Happy Wednesday. I want to talk about Disneyland, so you can't stop me. A friend of mine and I were recently talking about what rides in Disneyland we would work at and be cast members on. And that made me think, like, you have to think about all of the various factors that go into working this ride, like what the ride would be like when it is all shut down. How creepy would that be? And, like, what your job would entail being a cast member of insert ride here. I've decided in this video we're gonna jump into just the uniforms of the ride, the rides that I would work on, and we're gonna talk about them. I think it's just a really nerdy thing to talk about cast member uniforms. Let's just jump into it.
Sup, you beautiful bastards. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, and let's just jump into it.
The Expedition Everest cast member outfit. I'm guessing the pattern on the shirt, it's not a very high quality image, but I'm guessing it's like a cool, like, Aztec-y kind of design, and I like the little flap. I think that's very early 2000s and I love it. I like that the sleeves are fairly long but still short enough to be short in Florida summers. And I'm sure in the winter they have like a jacket addition to it. Most of them do, especially because Expedition Everest, you like load outside. So I'm guessing that there's a solution to the cold. I like it. I would work Expedition Everest based solely off the uniform. I would work on Expedition Everest. Next. Rock and Roller Coaster, the Aerosmith roller coaster in Disney World. It's collared shirt, short sleeve, they probably have a pocket, but it's not a high quality image. Once again, I got these two from the same website, so like but it's a very, like, you know, like the water cup from like Burger King in the 90s that has like the across it? That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's very like all over the place and bright and 90s, and dress pants, great. You load inside, the whole ride is inside, whatever. I'll wear whatever you want inside. Great, love it. Next. The Jungle Cruise! Oh, I think I would be very good working on the Jungle Cruise. It's a very punny ride, and I like those kinds of jokes, and I like thinking of those kinds of jokes, so I think I would be a very good skipper on the Jungle Cruise. It's a very cool Adventure Dad outfit, and I'm here for it. And the Christmas hats are only for the Jingle Cruise, which they do in Disney World around Christmas time, but in Disneyland they don't do the Jingle Cruise anymore, I don't think. Next. The Tower of Terror. Ooh, this is a spooky image. I would work the Tower of Terror. So the Tower of Terror, here's the thing, I would rather work the Tower of Terror than Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, even though they're very similar rides. I just like the Tower of Terror, I like the aesthetic more, and I feel like I would get less tired of the music. I like the bellhop style. It's an indoor ride for the most part. It's an indoor ride, but the line, the queue, if you will, is semi-outside, so I imagine that they kind of flow in and out. The cast members do, especially like in the Fast Pass area, if you still get a paper Fast Pass. I like it though, I like the hat. Next. The Haunted Mansion. Aww. It's a dress, which I don't like to wear dresses too often, but it's a long enough dress that I feel like I would be okay with it. I like there's no heels involved. I like the like maid the maid outfit. I like the whole aesthetic of the Haunted Mansion. I'm very, very much a fan of the Haunted Mansion, as you probably know. I like that some of them have their hair up and some of them have their hair down. I know on like the Jungle Cruise you like always have it in a ponytail, but I worked at a bakery. I could have my hair in a ponytail for a little bit. It's whatever. I like the shoes. I like the outfit. It's like sleeves to here, which is kind of like ideal for me. 3/4 length sleeves or half length sleeves are kind of my sweet spot for sleeves personally. Great, love it. Thank you. Next. Indiana Jones. Okay, my brain and my memory wants to say that this is pants that are just huge, that look like a skirt. But in this picture, it does just look like a skirt. I like it. I like the Indiana Jones ride. I don't like that it breaks down all the time. It makes me nervous that they're gonna close it and do a major refurb like they did in 2012, because it definitely didn't help the closing down all the time issue. But it's cool, and I like the ride, and I would love to see that ride with the lights on and take a walk through it and look at all the effects and things like that. I would also like to do that for all of the other rides I mentioned, but this one specifically is one of my favorites. If it was consistently not broken more often, I would 100% work on Indiana Jones, and it would be more of a favorite ride of mine. It would be higher on my list. It is such a great ride. Next. Okay, the last one is a ride. I just want to talk about how I just want to send this message to Disneyland that I would be a tour guide for them. I would move to California and be a tour guide for Disneyland in a heartbeat. It would not take a lot from me as a person to say, yeah, that is something I want to do, and pack up my stuff and go to Anaheim, California to be a tour guide for Disneyland. And I just wanted to show you the uniforms. It's a very like equestrian look, I think. I like it a lot. The skirt, I mean, I can do without a skirt. We've talked about that. But I love talking about the Disney parks, and I love sharing all of this information that I know, and I love helping people understand the journey of Disneyland more, and I would love to do this job. Well, thanks for joining me on this journey. It's been really fun. This is just one last reminder, Disney, that I would work for you. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. The rest of you, I'll see you next week. Bye. Mountain thing, aw. That's very cute. I like the Tower of Terror. I can only ride it, I can't ride it more than once, in a row. It is very anxiety-inducing on my part. I'm not a heights person, and I have gotten stuck in an elevator before. Which, hilarious. Here's a fun picture of Tony Baxter. Tony Baxter is the Imagineer for Indiana Jones and lots of other Disneyland rides. He had a big hand in a lot of these prime Disneyland rides, and he's such a creative guy, and I really look up to him. I think he's one of the people that started out in Disneyland as a janitor and is now an Imagineer, which is crazy.